Ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, weighing 195 pounds soaking wet, we have the one, the only, TheFearRaiser! And in the other corner, his rival since birth. His family member? His brother!
If any of you have siblings, you'll know exactly where I'm coming from with this reference. Sibling rivalries. Something many of us definitely have been a part of if you've got an older or younger brother or sister, where tensions build and conflicts occur. Whether it be over who ate the last bowl of that delicious cereal, to who's hogging the TV, or in nowadays the computer, these small problems become big deals when you're facing with the dilemma of facing your siblings. Growing up with two younger brothers, I was given the task of being the older brother, which might I add was not an easy position, where I would need to play as the role model, the older brother, the bigger person, and these requirements for this task were not exactly the easiest to deal with growing up. Being expected to always be the mature one in every situation, always being responsible for your siblings on their behalf, and always getting the blame over something when it was their fault are just some of the dozens of things that happen when you're the oldest of your brothers and sisters. So allow me to share with you some of the things I found with growing up with siblings. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when it came to growing up, getting snitched on was one of those things we all seemed to dreadfully fear the most. It was these situations we would often find ourselves in where we would need to think fast if we wanted to get ourselves out of it before it was too late, which often caused a lot of pressure for us to handle. The idea of getting told on by anybody over something you did that you probably shouldn't have done felt like life or death at times. In my situation, the times that this had happened the most were either with somebody in elementary school who I didn't like, or of course, one of my brothers. When we're all kids, we tend to do stupid things that are harmless for the most part, and are things we know we shouldn't do because our parents told us so, like taking candy out of the cabinet or watching a movie that was not suitable to watch for a younger audience. But when we are caught in the act somehow, the threat of being told on by your sibling to your parents was probably the most panicked you'd ever feel at that young age. This would usually lead to either getting snitched on or the other alternative, which was bargaining. Don't lie, you did this too. With siblings, we would all one time or another be put in a situation where we're told by our sibling that they're gonna tell the parents on you, so you'd turn the situation around like you're on Pawn Stars and threw everything you could at your sibling to make them promise they wouldn't tell in return for said bargain. Hey, listen, I'll let you hang with my friends and my brothers. I'll let you borrow my Nintendo 64 games for the week. I'll buy you something at the store, just please don't tell them. These were just some of the many outcomes that would come out of bargaining, but until they forgot about the incident, you knew they had you by the horns. When it comes to siblings, you know there's gonna be competition. Competition for what, you ask? Well, with impressing your parents, of course. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when it came to me and my two brothers growing up, we would always do what we could to one-up each other to our parents. Whether it be by impressing them with our test scores, doing chores around the house to impress them, or even outdo each other with our music skills. That's right, your boy used to play piano for 7 years. These were the circumstances we would put each other up against. Looking back though, this wasn't necessarily a bad thing because in a way, it kind of helped push ourselves to be better at things, even if it was for the sake of one-upping each other and annoying one another. But through our competition, brought new heights with our talents, so I guess there's that. But moving on. Now, I'm sure it comes to no one's surprise when I talk about this because, well, you live together with your family, and obviously the more siblings that are in your family, the more things you'll have to share. When it came to the TV, my game consoles, and my life even outside of the house, like hanging with my friends, I often had to share a lot of that with my brothers. Often my parents would want me to take my younger brothers out with my friends, which I think deep down annoys anybody who just wants to be hanging with their friends. But on top of that, sharing the only form of entertainment before y'all had smartphones was watching TV and playing some Nintendo 64. Know what I'm saying? Having to share my consoles when I was younger had always felt like a race, because we only had one, and it was in a small room with a small TV, and it was on a first come, first served kind of basis. And you know, things happen. I'll never forget those mornings I would wake up super early, like 6 a.m. to go downstairs to play some Mario 64, only to be met with my younger brother who woke up earlier than me to play. Frustrations were real, but looking back now, I realize how immature and easily triggered I was as a kid. But then again, our emotions do run high when we're young. I guess I shouldn't be complaining about this all, however, because my father had 14 brothers and sisters and lived in a small house, so I'm just gonna move on to the next scene. The biggest thing to make it on my list of things that annoyed me about having siblings was the fights we used to have. When it came to the amount of times I fought with my siblings, we could literally make an entire season of a drama series just out of a day's worth of conflicts we would find ourselves in. I couldn't tell you the amount of times my brothers would jump into an argument I'd be having with either my parents or my friends to only take the opportunity to team up with them and attack me as well. From the arguments to the full-on wrestling that would come about our drama scenes, we would bring our fighting to the next level. Confrontation is often a hard situation and subject for people to enforce, but for me and my siblings, any chance we had to call each other out would be taken like a delicious hot fudge sundae on a warm day. At the end of it all though, growing up and being more mature has opened my eyes to the reality that I am very lucky to have siblings, as many people out there never got the chance to experience what it was like to have brothers and sisters. So to that, I say, I am glad I had all those fights, all those arguments, and competitive one-ups on each other, because at the end of the day, I love my brothers and my family, and I couldn't be happier knowing I have them in my life. If you're currently fighting with your siblings, or are currently in a time and place where you don't have the best relationship with them, push your differences aside, and tell them how much you love them. I know we all can get on each other's nerves, and that's normal, but remember, at the end of the day, family is family, and as often as we can get annoyed with our brothers and sisters, remember, it's a blessing in disguise. Hey guys, I hope you all did enjoy that video. If you did, I would be forever grateful if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel so that you can always be on top of my latest videos. I just thought I'd also bring up that a lot of you guys might not know this, but I have an Instagram and Twitter account that I am actively on, and would love to have you guys following me there. I post lots of memes and updates on my Twitter, and Instagram I try to please your eyes with some good pics and some motivational life advice. It would be awesome if I could have your support over there as well, so that we can grow our TheFearRaiser community to greater heights. I intend to try and release more videos to this channel soon, as I know I've only been uploading about twice a week or so, but I intend to change that in the coming weeks ahead, so that you guys will have more awesome content to enjoy. And the last thing I wanted to bring up is that I'm soon going to be doing a total rebranding of my merch. So, all the merch on my merch store is soon going to be gone forever! So if you want to take your last chance at getting some of my merch, my current merch, you can do so by going down in the description below and clicking the link that will bring you to my store. All fans that get a piece of merchandise and post on Twitter or Instagram of them wearing it, I will be featuring in my videos, like this one right now. Bam! Right there. Wachow! Again, these two lovely fans wearing some awesome merch, and this could be you in another video. So be sure to do so if you want your chance. And yeah, again, I'll links in the description below. Alright guys, that's it for now. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all later. Alright guys, see ya!